Hi, my name is Anthony Tedisco, Vice President of Buon Vino Manufacturing, and today I'm here to help you set up your Superjet wine filter. Wine filtering is the last process prior to bottling. By filtering, you will achieve a commercial look to your wine. Now, we strongly suggest that you transfer or rack your wine a minimum of once prior to filtering. By transferring your wine, you'll find your filtering experience much easier and less costly because you won't be going through as many filter pads. Before filtering, you're going to have to determine which grade of filter pad you want to use on the particular wine before filtering. Now, we offer 3 different grades of filter pads. We have our number 1 pad, which is a coarse pad, and it is a 5 to 6 micron pad. This is for wines that are stubborn and don't want to settle out or look murky or cloudy to the naked eye. And especially, you want to use these pads if you've not transferred your wine at all. The number 2 pad is your polishing pad. This is a 2 micron pad, and this will give you your sparkle and your polish to your wine. The number 3 pad are a 0.5 micron pad. We predominantly use these on white wines. The number 3 pad take out minute particulate that you won't be able to see with the naked eye. So now we're going to get ready to start filtering our wine. We're going to be filtering a red wine today. It's been transferred twice and is fairly clean. So we're going to use a number 2 pad to filter this wine. So the first step you're going to want to do is loosen the screw and take out the central plates. Now that we have them out, we're going to wet our filter pads. So here are the number 2 pads, and we have a bucket of water here. So we're going to throw them into the bucket. The pads are going to start to bubble. When the pads stop bubbling, it's time you can take the pads out because they're saturated with water. Now I'll just hang them over here like this. Now it's very important that the rough side always faces towards the motor and the holes line up. So we're going to put this filter pad inside like so, against the fixed plastic plate. Then grab one of our central plates, making sure that the tab, once we insert it in, is going to line up to the fixed tab plate. So once we've put that in, you want to make sure that you line up your holes properly. Then grab another filter pad. Again, rough side towards the motor, holes corresponding, and slide that into place. Then grab your other central plate with the tab corresponding always and slide that into the Superjet as well, and make sure again your holes line up. Now your holes aren't going to line up 100%. You will see some of the pad in the hole. That's okay, that's normal. It's not going to block the wine or the wine's not going to come out from it. That is totally normal. Don't be concerned with that. So now we're going to grab our last filter pad, put it into the machine, corresponding holes, rough side towards the motor, always. And now we grab our plate with the pins. So you'll see the cross pattern of pins in the back. This is your last plate that you'll be putting in before you put in your concave steel plate. So you want to double check everything, make sure that the holes all correspond and all the tabs are lined up. So now that you've double checked everything is fine, you're going to slide your concave steel plate inside the machine. And tighten the front screw. Hand tight is perfect. You don't need to get a crowbar or anything like that to tighten down with it. So now we're ready to set up our hoses. So first you're going to grab your intake hose. Now there's a stainless steel wire inside the hose. So we purposely do that so you can straighten out your hose. And also at the end of the hose is a anti-sediment tip. It's because the wine will draw from inside the tube, so you're not sucking directly up off the sediment, especially if there's any sediment at the bottom of your container. So try to straighten out your hose with the stainless steel wire as best as you can. It's important to keep it straight because you want to be able to get down to the bottom of the container. And once you have it looking like this, we're ready to insert it into the carboy. So we'll gently put this inside and grab the opposite end of the hose and insert it to the motor, your intake of the motor. This is what's going to draw your wine into the pump and then force it through the filter pads. So we're going to slide the hose onto the straight fitting here on the pump and grab one of your plastic clamps and attach it on top of the hose. Now you'll need a pair of pliers for this to tighten it down. And that's perfect. So now what we're going to do is attach our outtake hose. Now our outtake hose is the hose with the little hook on it, as you can see. Now we'll put this into our clean container and then grab the opposite end and attach it to the nozzle that's protruding out of the metal plate opposite the gauge. And you'll just slide this onto here like so. And now we'll attach the other plastic clamp onto the machine. And then you'll want to again tighten it with a pair of pliers. So now we're ready to filter. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the machine on. It's a self-priming pump, so it will draw the wine into the container, or into the filter, and your clean wine is going to come out through here. So we're going to turn the machine on. Now the first little bit that's going to come out of the machine, out of your outtake clean, is going to be water, because your pads were saturated with water. So you want to have a pitcher off to the side, here like so, and when you start to see some red wine coming through, you can quickly transfer it into the container that you're going to be filtering into. You're going to want to watch the gauge. Once the gauge is hitting about 18 to 20 psi, your pads are saturated. They're full of particulate and sediment. So you're going to want to stop the machine and change the pads. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us. Thank you for choosing Buon Vino products. Happy filtering and salute!